Alright, welcome back everybody to another MCU.
Captain America!
I found the intro.
Star Spangled Man with a Plan. So I am joined by
Jonah Morgan.
Logan Wilson.
and today we're going to be talking about the most underrated movie in the MCU. But we're here with Captain America, the first Avenger.
I think
So, the little bad. What do we got?
literally like 3 shots of skinny.
Yeah,
Cap.
some of the CG is not like
Most of it is
amazing,
pretty good.
But that's also because we're adjusted to like 2020's CG, and this is like what 2011.
Most
Yeah,
of it's
like,
pretty.
right after Thor.
Most of
Right
it's pretty
after
good.
Thor. Most of it's pretty good.
And
There's
Thor
just a
looks
few
fantastic
times-
too. So
Yeah.
There's a few times where it's like uncanny valley, but
I also think it's because we know what Chris Evans looks like and what his
Right.
body's like.
So
So,
you're used to
looks so weird to see his face on
Right.
literally a comically skinny body.
no, it's a very hilariously skinny person. I'm pretty sure that's an actual person's body that they
It
have.
is, because you see some behind
I'm
the scenes.
sorry.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
see some behind the scenes. Where
It's gotta be a
it's-
tough.
kid, right?
It must be like
Oh, no,
a
it's
12-year-old boy.
No, it's not. It's like
That's
an
tough.
adult.
That's tough.
Do we want to go ahead and talk about like how he could have gone about the end? Because that's another like bad.
I don't know if I'd say bad, but it's like
It's-
it's
It was a
controversial.
decision.
Controversial, because I mean,
He sure made the decision.
Sure made
Just
a
like-
decision.
Because I mean, what he's talking about is the ending scene where Cap goes down with the plane.
Yeah, I've also got some like
He wanted to be noble so bad, and he did. So
Yeah,
It fits for the character.
Oh, no, it absolutely fits for the character, but it's just like they're probably. I mean, we obviously don't know because it's like a freaking movie. So
yeah.
there probably could have been something done.
Very minor nitpick. I think some of the aesthetics of the Hydra goons,
Looks so stupid,
and yeah, they look goofy.
like the helmets.
I think the helmets look goofy.
The
like,
big juggernaut guy.
The big juggernaut dudes, like with the flamethrowers and crap. I think those guys are a little goofy looking.
I mean, they serve one purpose,
Yeah.
to get their butts whooped,
Yeah,
to get their
absolutely
faces
rolled by
smashed
Captain
in by
America,
to
so-
get like if you think about it, dude, his shield would kill you immediately.
Probably.
With how fast it's moving.
Probably.
If it hits you right here,
Those goofy helmets better be doing something, because if not, they have severe brain damage.
And that's really about it. That's only bad and nitpicks.
Yeah.
I can think
this movie's good.
Probably think of more, but if I really tried, I could come up
If
with
you have
some.
to try,
Oh, deja vu. Holy crap. Oh my god.
What?
Deja vu. I just got so deja vu. I don't know what happened. Anyways,
From what?
keep that in. I had no idea.
of. So let's get straight to the
Right.
good and get the
I
biggest
think-
thing out of the way.
I think the best part about this movie is the score, honestly. I really
Dude,
think so.
the soundtrack, I don't remember who. Hold on, let me look it up.
The Captain America theme song, which they use in every single Marvel movie, it seems like, and I am for it. It's good.
Alan Silvestri, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I honestly think that's the part that stands out most because like
Alan Silvestri's a
Because like think, it
legend.
has to be so much different than like the Thor soundtrack.
Yeah.
It had to be like a lot of trumpets, a lot of
Oh,
French
it
horns.
perfectly captures the aesthetic of like the you know the
1940s.
World War II feel, the military feel
A
almost.
lot of French horns, a lot of trumpets,
a lot of horns, brass, that kind of
yeah.
feel.
It's my favorite
It
part. of
captures
the
that
movie.
aesthetic so well while keeping the cinematic movie
very
strings,
good.
and it's so good.
And it gave us the Captain America soundtrack.
Which is incredible.
I mean the Captain America theme song.
Chris Evans' performance is.
I was about
great.
to say, Jonah, you said your favorite thing was the soundtrack. Do we have the same favorite thing of him? Just Chris Evans' Cap?
I just love Chris Evans. I think he's a gem.
He's a good-looking man.
He's a gem in all of the ways. He's a great human being.
I will say he is a contender, and he is tied as the best character in the MCU to this day.
I think so.
There's
He's
only,
so good.
I think there's only
You better
one.
be referring to Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan.
You better be referring
There
to
is
Happy.
never a time where I dislike Captain America as a character.
No.
Not once.
Nope.
Nope.
Not even when he's like disagreeing with Iron Man.
I
And
know.
that
I love him still.
So yeah, Chris
Sure
Evans is
do.
Captain America.
Fight for what you
Perfect
believe.
casting. Chris Evans is like of any actor I've ever seen.
he's the definition of perfect casting.
Yeah, that. But also just the fact that when I think of like every actor I've ever seen, if I could ever hang out with any actor, who would it be? Chris Evans.
Chris Evans looks
He's a-
like
like,
such a
he's
fun
not-
Chris
guy.
Evans, but with Anthony Bowie, the guy that plays Falcon.
Yes,
Give me
the
those
two of
two.
them.
Give me those two.
And, yeah, Anthony Mackie.
No.
Mackie, not Bowie. Anthony Booey's an
I was
NBA
about to say,
player.
let's get Bowie. Sebastian Stan is Bucky.
Sebastian Stan is great.
Dude, it's crazy that Chris Evans makes Sebastian Stan look like a normal dude.
I know.
Yeah, compared to the beginning of the movie.
He looks
I know.
like Superman.
Yeah, Bucky doesn't play as big of a part in this movie compared to
Sounds like him,
the next one for obvious reasons.
Right.
too.
So
What-
he plays a big enough role in this movie where he is memorable, and his friendship with Steve is one
Yeah,
of the
he's
best,
memorable.
Is one of the best friendships in the MCU.
For background, I hadn't seen this movie in a couple years, and I remember because I think that not movies that deal with war, like nonfiction stuff. I used to think were really boring, so I didn't really like this movie. A couple years, when I say a couple years, I don't mean 2. I mean probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But
You grew up.
I grew up. The one thing that lasted was when Bucky falls off of that train.
That is such a scene. Oh my gosh.
And it doesn't get resolved or talked about
Till later.
again until.
I mean, you think
Until
he's
the
dead?
sequel,
You think he's
what
dead?
years?
2014. So another 3 years.
3 years. Boogie.
The Howling Commandos are not as big of a part of this movie as I remember it being, but the parts they're in are really
Nah,
good.
that is
Dude
cool.
gets
They
the
messed
best of
stuff
all of
up.
them.
All this that not compilation, but that sequence of all their missions they go on
It's very
is
cool.
really
It's
Where you,
very
where
cool.
you
really
first
cool.
see the Captain
There's so
America
many
suit.
cool shots. where you first see the suit.
where you slice
not
that
to
guy out of the
mention-
tree.
There's
with
so
his
many
shield.
cool
And not
parts
to
of
mention,
that.
that entire montage of them having all those scenes, they make an entire video game about that,
Rightfully so.
and I think that's just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that video game is literally
And-
just that.
and
That-
the-
just parts of that
Yeah.
together.
And the scene of
And
him
it's good.
and the scene of him throwing the shield at the camera that is in every single Marvel
Yes.
movie that's ever been
Iconic.
made.
Which I am putting right now up there.
It's fantastic. It's iconic. It's in every single Marvel movie since this movie because it's in Avengers.
Well, since they start doing the intro of
The intro they do it in Avengers, so I think
because that logo doesn't start coming in until later in the MCU.
that's after Guardians of the Galaxy because there's scenes from
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
like
it was
the,
way after
the
Guardians
logo
of the
with the
Galaxy.
scenes in it and stuff.
Yeah, that was way after. That was around the time of Black Panther and Infinity
Yeah,
War.
they don't start
No,
doing that for
it was
a while.
before Homecoming because Homecoming had the same.
But when
it
you
was awesome.
reference Captain America, a lot of people think of that shot.
Yeah, it's
right.
a fantastic shot. Haley Atwell, Peggy,
Yeah, great.
best,
Great.
Christian, what are your thoughts on Haley Atwell?
bad.
Say it in the video. Thank you.
Bad.
But in all seriousness, I think Peggy is genuinely one of, if not the best, female character in the MCU.
And she's good enough in this movie that she got her
She got her own
series.
series,
Which
which
from
I
the one
need to
se- from the
watch
one
so
season I
bad.
have-
And it's amazing.
And the one season I have seen of it, amazing.
It's not
show.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's really good.
Yeah, she's a fantastic
Because she
actor.
can literally just whoop any guy.
Which you see
ever.
in her
She punches that guy in the
her
I
first
totally
scene-
forgot that she
her
does
first
that.
scene, she punches some guy in the face, and I went, did not need.
She knocks him to the
any-
ground, too.
Yeah, I'm like, I did
She
not
puts
need
him down.
anything
She puts him
else.
down. She doesn't even, he doesn't even, stumble back or anything. No,
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah, she's a great character.
Amazing, my favorite female character in the MCU because she's the most competent and just awesome.
Trying to think of that.
The guy that plays Johann Schmidt, Hugo Weaving, is really,
Also,
Hugo
really
Weaving as the
good.
Red Skull,
Performance.
great villain, such an amazing villain.
Oh, for sure.
I forgot going into this movie that he actually was a super soldier, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was just a normal dude. I was like, dude, how would the final fight
And
be
here's what I-
interesting? But it is.
And here's what I said about it: he's Abomination, but good.
He's Abomination, but he's got an ugly mug.
'Cause
He's
he's
got a really, really ugly
And
mug.
this is a common theme for a lot of the early MCU films is their villains are just the same as them. They have the same powers
Ironmonger.
typically.
Yeah,
Like
Ironmonger,
Ironmonger,
Abomination,
Loki.
Abomination.
Loki,
Loki's also
Red
an
Skull,
Asgardian.
kind of Whiplash, but
Sorta.
not to the
Whiplash
same
is
in
extent.
the
powered by
end,
an
I
arc
mean-
reactor.
And the end, he's got himself an Iron Man suit. So
That's true. Powered by an arc reactor. He's got a suit.
So yeah.
The suit.
I mean, we kind of talked about
Suits dope.
The first suit serves its purpose. We forget about it, thankfully.
Yeah, his ghetto
Are you
rig
talking
suit.
about? Are you talking about the show one?
The advertisement suit.
Yeah.
It's kind of around this point in time where I get really tired of Marvel doing this thing of using the comic accurate suit and going, no, this is stupid.
As a
And
joke.
They do that so many
I mean,
times.
it makes sense. If he went the whole movie in
The
that
one-
suit.
Here's the thing. Here,
It doesn't
it's fine.
cinematically
See, no, I'm
work.
okay with it in this time, but they do it so many times after this, and they make like as a joke that it gets so
It is repetitive.
it's so
In Avengers,
like
It's a very
Luke,
repetitive
I haven't
joke.
seen these shows, but look, Jessica Jones, they do it,
Yeah.
make fun of it. Luke
Yeah.
Cage, they
Luke
do
Cage,
it,
they do
make
it,
fun of
yeah.
it, and I'm so tired.
In
of it.
one
Yeah,
division,
they do a
they
lot.
reference it because they're the Halloween costumes. They don't really make fun of it. They just pay homage to it.
That's fine.
That's fine. His suit in this movie is very good. He wears it in Civil War, doesn't he?
No, he wears it in
No.
Winter Soldier, or like a version of it, because it was on the
Yes,
set.
he wears-
he
because he
wears
takes
like
it in Winter
a
Soldier.
version of the first Avenger suit in Winter Soldier.
Yes, that's what I'm
He
saying.
steals it from
That's,
museum.
that's what I'm saying. I was trying to remember whether it was Civil War or Winter Soldier. It's Winter
that's
Soldier.
what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah,
it's a
it's still-
version of it.
It's Winter
not
Soldier
one-to-one.
because
Yeah.
because it's in a
It is not
museum
one-to-one.
and the mannequins. Yeah, it's not 1-to-1. It's like an updated version. It looks sick.
And it still looks good.
It's one of his best suits besides like
No, but I loved his suit in this movie.
in-game Winter Soldier.
I think the
So,
fact that Captain
visuals
America
are-
has a gun on his hip
It's
makes sense for
clear.
the time.
It's a pretty straightforward movie.
It's
It
one of the
is.
straightforward movies, but it works so well.
All Thor's pretty straightforward. Iron Man's about as straightforward as you can get.
And I feel like
Captain America's straightforward. All the main
main-
three first movies are very
You don't
straightforward.
start
Iron Man
getting
2 is
bonkers
pretty
till
straightforward.
later.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2
Not
is
as straightforward, but like
in terms of like being an origin story.
Bare
I would
bones.
say-
Right, you don't get bonkers head hurt plot till
Hulk
like
is straightforward. Not in a good way.
No, like,
I don't know.
there
When
are
does
such
the
different-
bonkers stuff start? Where your head starts hurting after like the plot, like Infinity War,
Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange, yeah,
But I like it.
Doctor Strange.
But I'm for it. I'm here for it.
I mean, I guess we can just kind of talk about the end
Yeah.
scene since we're kind of at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the end of the movie, like, Cap, again, goes down with the ship, which is, I guess, it's kind of like that thing, like, the captain always goes down with the ship.
Oh my god.
funny.
That was
I
the
never got
worst joke
that.
you've ever made in your entire life.
That's not
I
even
never-
a joke, that's just a legit thing. The
It's
captain always
probably
goes down with the ship.
That's probably what they went with.
That's not even a joke, that's just a legit thing.
It is a joke.
Yeah. So he wakes up in the present time, and you see how, because you brought this up, you see how smart Cap is, because they put this
He
random thing on the radio.
immediately figures out that the game is from because he was at the game.
Yeah.
He immediately figures out, why did they do that? Why that? I feel like that would be more of a shock if he was like he's alerted to
I
it.
feel like it would have been better if
But-
they just had people there.
But the thing is, it never
like-
fools him at all.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
it
fool
doesn't
him
even
once.
fool
So
him, no.
And then she calls two guards in there. They get thrown through the wall, and then she tries trying to stop him. And I'm just like, why'd you call two guards in then? Like, I get it. Like
he could literally whoop anyone in that facility, and he
did,
was
because
barefoot.
Was he? I thought he had shoes on.
He was in a bed.
I don't remember.
I would assume he was barefoot. He's
I could-
barefoot for like half this movie.
Can we throw up a picture of him in the like feet
The
boots?
feet.
The feet boots.
Yeah, sure.
The feet boots. Those are funny.
Yeah. Well, I remember when he ran out of the building, he had shoes on, but I could be
I think so.
So he runs to Times Square, meets Nick Fury,
Yeah.
and then we are officially at that point where the Avengers.
How
There
long
it is.
after this movie is Avengers, and like when he finds him in
Not
that
long.
it's not because I'm pretty sure he's wearing the same shirt
No, I think,
when he finds him
It's not that short.
with
it's
the punching
not.
bag.
Oh, it's not that shit.
No, it's not that. No, it's not the same day or
Captain
something.
America just rocks white tees, bro.
That's true.
That's what guys in the-
skin
That's what
tight
guys
white
in the 40s
tees.
just
No,
rock
because
white
when
t-shirts.
he found him, it was a t-shirt with like the SSR like shield logo on it, and then when he's doing like the punching,
Yeah, which is what Shield used to be called, USSR.
yeah. But when you first see him in Avengers, it's just a blank white t-shirt.
Yeah.
So,
it's
yeah.
not that far after or that short after, but it's
I
like
would say
pretty
I
close.
think it's like a year.
Like maybe under a year.
That's what I was gonna
months.
say. It's like a year or something.
Yeah.
It's
I was
not
gonna
long because he's still very much like not with the times.
Straightforward movie.
Oh, shizzle.
So, but it works.
There's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, but I feel like what we do have to talk about is good to talk about.
Yeah, great film.
Yeah.
Just overall
Logan,
really
how about you
enjoyable.
go first?
Yeah,
Since
I'll go first.
Captain America's kind of your
Dude,
thing.
Captain America's like my favorite character ever. I have been obsessed with him forever. This
This is a
movie
me thing, but
was,
for some reason, Logan, like, you remind me of Chris Evans. Like,
I
something
don't-
about your facial structure and your hair, like, you remind me of Chris Evans.
I've heard that.
I
before.
would take that if I were you.
I'm gonna take that compliment. I'm not near as jacked as him, but I'll
Not a lot
maybe
of people are.
someday. But like, no, I've always loved Captain America. I think my birthday party in like, it was like my 10th birthday in like 2012 was Captain America
I feel
themed.
like I remember that.
There's photos, and I'm like, I have like a mask on and everything. But no, I'm obsessed with Captain America. This movie started that. I saw it in the theater as a kid. I loved it then. I love it now. It holds up over time. This one's great. I'm giving it a 9 flat.
I would assume it's just a year later because I would assume it's 2011 whenever he comes back out, and then 2012 is when Avengers comes out. So I'd assume it's just a year.
It is just straight up a year. But I'm giving this a 9.0, a 9 flat.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Would you like me to go next, Jonah?
I'll go next. So going based off of, I gave.
Keep talking.
I gave Iron Man an 8.
You originally gave Iron Man a 9, and I think you bumped it
I bumped it down because I myself will stick to my guns and say that Iron Man 2 is my favorite of those.
Could you give Iron Man 2 a 9?
I will give this a 9.2.
Holy cow. You're getting up there with that one.
0.2.
0.2.
I'm above you.
Yeah, but still, I don't know.
It's a good movie, man.
It is a great
I
film.
mean, because the next two are going to be above a 9.5 or higher.
If I just completely shut out the parts that kind of like...
Wait, hold on.
Make
the next two Captain America movies are 9.5 or higher.
Like the next 2 movies, I'm like, Iron Man 3?
No!
I know, I was so confused.
The next movie is a 9.5 or higher.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't give anything a 10.
No,
I give a couple things 10, you'll see that.
I give anything a 10.
5 things.
There's no such thing as a 10.
I mean, that's fair, but...
Does Vivian watch these?
Sometimes. If I send them to her.
Hey!
If I send them to her.
Hey. Watch the video. I'm going to stick with 9.2, because I'm not going to say 9.1, because I'm not going to say it's barely better than Iron Man 2. It's better than Iron Man 2. And I'm going to give it a 9.2. I love this movie on rewatch, especially.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fantastic. All there is to say. Chris Evans. I rest my case.
I rest my case. It's funny.
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So
I had 9 in my head as soon as I went into this movie. Yeah. I love this movie. I remember not liking it as much a couple years back, but then going back to it, I stand by this. I think this is the most underrated movie in the MCU. Or rather, one of the most underrated in the MCU.
Hold on, I'm going to do something. Iron Man, stick it at 8.5. Iron Man 2, 8.7.
Okay. Isn't that what he gave it?
I think so. I think I gave it an 8.7.
Cap.
Or maybe you gave the first Iron Man 8.
Cap, 9.
Okay.
Cool. Can we do that? Cool. Can we do that?
I respect that.
We all agree on a 9 flat for Captain America.
I'm sticking a 9 flat. This is an amazing movie. So underrated, so underappreciated. It captures the Captain America origin story 9 year perfectly.
Yeah.
A couple of nitpicks here and there, but honestly, even him going down with the ship, I don't care. I thought it fit well for his character.
It fits for his character.
It makes sense for him to be in.
As controversial as it is, it makes sense for his character and the movie.
Yeah, and
so
that's all
I'm not going to complain about it.
I loved it. Chris Evans, Captain America, perfect casting. One of, if not the best character in the MCU, or at least tied for it.
Oh my gosh, you just said the best character. I was like, wait a second.
If not the best. But
okay.
Again, it's used between him and Iron Man. It's tough to choose between the two of them.
You didn't say Happy Hogan.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to stick with a 9 flat, and I think that's gonna have to do it for the review of the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Next time.
What's that?
My favorite movie of all time.
Oh yeah, that one.
The Avengers.
My favorite movie in history.
I am so
one of the movies of all time.
One of the movies.
I'm so excited to do the Avengers.
Y'all are gonna hate me watching this movie.
Oh no, because Jackson's gonna try and be here as well. We're gonna try and get another 4-person review here. Yeah, be sure to stay tuned for our next review of the Avengers, which we'll try to record within the next couple of days. We'll see. So let us know what you thought of the first Avenger, Captain America, the first Avenger, down below. Do you agree it's underrated, or do you think it's alright, or are you one of the insane people?
Yeah, I want to know the thoughts here on this one.
And if you're one of the few insane people who think this movie is bad.
I've only got one thought about this film. Peggy can get it.
And we're gonna end it there. We'll see you next time for the Avengers. Later.
What if that's the intro?